Having just come back from an international trip, Estonia, if anyone's interested, I was watching Children and Passports, saw divorced parents, and so I wanted to talk about travel with your children and also children's passports. I'm going to hold on the travel with your children if you're divorced for my next video, and I'm going to talk about children's passports today. So if you are divorcing in mediation, you should address how you cooperate regarding renewing or getting a passport. The second is which parent is going to have physical custody of the passport. The third is how are you going to share the costs of that passport? And the fourth is what's the procedure for the parent who doesn't have the passport to get a hold of the passport if they want to travel? So these are things you need to address in your divorce mediation. I want to talk a little bit about getting a passport for a child under 16, because it's really quite a challenge. You can't do the passport application through the mail for a child under the age of 16. At least one parent has to go with the child to the passport office. And if the second parent isn't attending, they have to give consent to get that passport. Now, the question I get asked is, what if they don't consent? Then you need to get a judge's order, unless you have sole custody of the child, in order to get the passport without that other parent. So that's a real challenge. You can't apply for a passport by the mail for a child under the age of 16. The other thing to remember is children's passports expire in 5 years. Adult passports take 10 years. I learned the hard way when I was traveling my son. We were applying for a visa to go to India. This is about 12 years ago. And all of a sudden, as I looked at the passport information, I'm like, wow, that's expired. So you probably will apply for your children's passports the same time you apply for yours, but be careful about that. So you can't apply without the other parent's permission unless you have sole custody or you have an order from the court. Now, another question is, what if the other parent won't release the passport? Then you have to go back to the court and make a request for the passport. So the challenge is, if you are planning on international travel, don't leave things to the last minute. You've got to address the issue of the passport. And I'm going to share something that I always get my best ideas from my clients. I had clients who agreed that all the important documents for their children would be in a safe deposit box they both had access to. If they were going to remove any documents, they would let the other parent know in advance. And if they were taking a passport, they agreed to return it to the safe deposit box within 3 business days after their travel. Again, it's the clients who come up with the best solutions. So if you are traveling and you're interested in talking about your children's passports, please email me your questions. I'm happy to answer them. And I'll talk about international travel or travel with your children in my next video. It's Anju Jessani for Divorce with Dignity Mediation Services, saving dollars, making sense.